Starting off with West Bengal, where torrential overnight rain left the city of Kolkata paralyzed, killing at least 9 people due to electrocution and bringing life in the metropolis to a grinding halt as large swathes were submerged, transport services crippled and traffic movement thrown out of gear. Schools to be shut till September 25th after massive water accumulation has thrown travel plans into disarray. Operations at Kolkata airport have been severely affected on Tuesday as bad weather led to the cancellation of 30 flights and delays to 42 others. Train and metro services have also been disrupted due to waterlogging of tracks. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee described the downpour as unprecedented, lashing out at poor degrading of the Farakka barrage and lapses by private power utility CESE while appealing to people to stay indoors for their own safety. But the BJP has hit out at West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, taking pot shots at her wearing a hijab during the opening and the inauguration of a Durga Puja Pandal, saying that this is what the inauspicious act of West Bengal Chief Minister is. That's why the God's wrath is on West Bengal. Remember, this comes as the city of joy prepares for Durga Puja. Unfortunately, amid the rain, certain puja pandals were also seen submerged in heavy rain. My colleague Ritik Mondal and Shreyashi Day also took out their cameras to explore and also take the current status in their frame. Check out these reports.
With Durga Pujas just few days away, this is a festive season in West Bengal. But in Kolkata, people are facing a nightmare task to reach office or back home. The entire city is underwater. How did you reach here from the airport?
4 type of transport. Metro up to Jodhpur Road, from there another one, then auto, then taxi. I never seen it. I'm born in here. I never seen like this.
मैं 7 बजे सुबह ट्रेन में चढ़ी थी और हावड़ा पहुंची 12:25 पर. उसके बाद 1 घंटा लगा सिर्फ धर्मतला आने के लिए. तो कैसे जाऊंगी मुझे पता नहीं.
And this is a puja pandal which is very popular because of its beautiful artwork that is done each year. But the situation here is so grim that the pandal is now just lying in darkness with waterlogged streets on this side. All the artwork has been completely submerged. Some of the ply on top has come down, and it's going to be a very difficult situation for the puja organizers to rebuild these pandals, which have taken days of hard work of artisans, months altogether to put it together. And we are at Kalighat metro station. Metro services are partially running only in places where there is an overhead rail line. But as we all know that Kolkata Metro, one of the oldest metro, has several underground stations, and the services in all those stations have been completely suspended. A nightmare for those who are going to work this Tuesday. And you can see the kind of water stagnation that has taken place. Roads after roads, lanes after lanes, completely waterlogged. There is a lot of senior citizens who are stranded. There's a cry for help, trying to get some daily necessities to their homes. Police are trying to regulate the traffic, but unable to really combat the kind of waterlogging that has taken place. The mayor has said that this has been an unprecedented rainfall here in the city. Since 2 a.m. last night, there has been non-stop rainfall. Even as the sun is out, the water has not receded even a bit in the city.
Kolkata has received record rainfall on Monday night, causing disruption of lifeline here in Kolkata. Across the length and breadth of the city, from north to south, there are several sections and portions which have been waterlogged. We are currently at Dum area. We can see that that vehicles are moving very slowly, and this heavy rainfall during this Durga Puja festival, we can see causing huge waterlogging situations in many parts of the city. The Met Department has predicted more rainfall in the afternoon, raising concern for the city.
Shifting our focus to Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, where Garba politics has now spread from Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh to Rajasthan ahead of Navratri after the VHP issued a 5-point diktat. First, demanding only Hindus at Garba events, then ID checks, then sacred threads, now tilak on foreheads, and even cow urine being sprayed at the venues. The row has deepened. In Maharashtra, a minister called Garba venues hubs of love jihad, backing the VHP's line. In Madhya Pradesh, a cabinet minister echoed the call, saying only Hindus should attend Garba and that ID verification is a must. Now, Rajasthan BJP leaders have made similar demands, calling for separate Garba arrangements for men and women and screening of participants. While the Maharashtra government has denied any divisive intent, opposition parties including Uddhav Thackeray's Sena faction accuse the BJP and its allies of playing communal politics in the name of festivals. Take a look at the reactions coming in.
या देशामध्ये अशा प्रकारे धार्मिक आणि धर्मांध वातावरण निर्माण करण्याचं काम चालू आहे आणि हीच त्यांची रोजीरोटी आहे. पण ज्या प्रकारे हे विष पेरण्याचं काम चाललं आहे त्या महाराष्ट्राला आणि देशाला भूषणावह नाही.
हे बघा, गरबा ही प्रत्येक संस्था आयोजित करत असते आणि त्याच्यामुळे त्या संस्थेने ते गरबेचे कार्यक्रम कसे व्यवस्थित होईल याची काळजी घ्यावी. त्याच्याबद्दल जाहीरपणे काही वक्तव्य करणे योग्य नाही.
गरबा आयोजित करताना गरबा आयोजन समिती जी काही अटी शर्ती टाकतं त्यांचा अधिकार आहे. त्यामुळं त्या अधिकारावर तर कुठला गरबा कुठल्या नियमाने अटी तयार केलेला आहे, त्यावर पोलिसांची काय परवानगी घेतलेली आहे. कारण प्रत्येक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रमाला पोलीस परवानगी देतं आणि आयोजकाची ती इच्छा असतं कुणाला बोलवावं कुणाला नाही बोलवावं. त्यामुळं हा गरबा उत्सव जो आहे त्या आयोजन समितीने आणि पोलिसांनी दिलेल्या परवानगीच्या आधारावर आणि अटी शर्तीवरच त्या ठिकाणी गरबा उत्सव होतो. मला वाटतं आयोजकांनी हा निर्णय करायचा असतो.
त्यांना आगस लावायची आहे, त्यांना समाजामध्ये दरीच निर्माण करायची आहे, धर्माधर्मामध्ये आग लावून धर्माच्या नावावर राजकारण करायचं आहे आणि आपली पोळी शेकायची आहे. त्यामुळं विश्व हिंदू परिषद काही नव्यानं बोलत आहे असं नाही. ते देश अस्थिर करण्यासाठीच ही यांचा जन्म झालेला आहे. देशातलं वातावरण दूषित करून सत्तेसाठी वाटेल त्या स्तरावर जायचं अशी भूमिका त्यांच्या या सगळ्या संघटना आहेत भाजपच्या अंतर्गत. त्या संघटना तेच काम करत आहेत. त्यांना हा देश जोडून राहावा, देशातील मतभेद मिटावेत, देश हा संविधानावरच चालावा अशी मानसिकताच त्या लोकांची नाही.
Garba festivities are just round the corner, and what's proving to be a dampener somewhat to the festival fervor are certain diktats that are being issued about how Garba should be celebrated. The Bajrang Dal in Kota has put up posters and they're saying that people who are non-Hindus will not be allowed entry into Garba pandals. They also said that Aadhaar cards will be checked as people go in. And they also said that Garba should be appropriately celebrated. There should be no inappropriate behavior. And they plan to form little groups and go around checking all the pandals. Now, on the other hand, in Bhilwara, similar diktats issued by the Bajrang Dal and the VHP, who say that if you put a tilak, then only you will be allowed into the Garba pandal. Now, the BJP has also added its two bits. When BJP President Madan Rathod was asked about this controversy, he said, in fact, that there should be separate Garbas for women and men, as unwanted elements make an entry into the Garba festivities. Well, the Congress is saying that the BJP really should focus on real issues rather than being distracted by these kind of issues. The Rajasthan is just recovering from a flood. Farmers are demanding compensation for crop loss. And this really should be the focus of the BJP, is what the Congress has to say. But having said that, for a state like Rajasthan, where traditionally Garba was played by both men and women, this controversy could further deepen, as there are still 8 to 9 days left for Garba festivals and Garba occasions and celebrations to kick off across the state.
In his first address in the United Nations General Assembly since returning to the White House, a speech that was mostly off script and almost 4 times the mandated length, US President Donald Trump accused Europe and NATO of funding Russia's war in Ukraine by buying Russian oil, while also reiterating his claim that India and China are the main funders of the war. This is the first time the US President is openly slamming Europe and NATO for buying Russian oil on an international platform. Take a look at exactly what he had to say.
China and India are the primary funders of the ongoing war by continuing to purchase Russian oil. But inexcusably, even NATO countries have not cut off much Russian energy and Russian energy products, which, as you know, I found out about 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't happy. Think of it. They're funding the war against themselves. Who the hell ever heard of that one? In the event that Russia is not ready to make a deal to end the war, then the United States is fully prepared to impose a very strong round of powerful tariffs, which would stop the bloodshed, I believe, very quickly.
Now, amid a flurry of countries recognizing Palestinian statehood this week, the US President criticized countries saying recognition of a Palestinian state would be too great a reward for Hamas, who has rejected peace effort. Instead, the US President pushed for an immediate ceasefire and release of hostages. Listen in.
We can't forget October 7th, can we? Now, as if to encourage continued conflict, some of this body is seeking to unilaterally recognize a Palestinian state. The rewards would be too great for Hamas terrorists for their atrocities. But instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now. Just release the hostages now.
This comes after France and Canada accepted and recognized Palestine as a state, saying that the two-state solution is the only way forward in the Israel-Hamas war, stating that if the countries start to recognize Palestine as a state, then it will also be recognized and seen as a loss for Hamas, as Hamas wants to take over and control all over Palestine, not just Gaza, where the war is continuing between Israel and Hamas. However, Israel is welcoming Trump's statements, saying that two-state solution is not an option. And my colleague Mohammed Ghazali is also joining me, who is an expert in international affairs. Thank you so much, Ghazali, for joining me. Please tell our viewers why Trump is echoing the sentiments what non-Palestinian pro-states want.
See, Israel is a very close ally of United States in the Middle East, and throughout this last 2.5 years since this war has broken out, be it Mr. Biden or be it Mr. Trump, they have all backed Israel in this war with arms and ammunition. But US has its own differences with Europe, with Europe and other Western leaders. We have seen that is why Mr. Emmanuel Macron, French president, leading this call to recognize Palestine, and then with Saudi Arabia, both these countries sort of organized this UN declaration summit on the two-state solution. And now we are seeing more and more Western leaders trying to sort of recognize the state of Palestine. Though on paper it is not going to change the situation in Gaza, because there has to be some binding resolution which has to be passed in the Security Council to stop Israel from advancing into the Gaza Strip. But the same Western nations which have recognized Palestine as a state, ironically, are also supplying arms and weapons to Israel. But besides that, this is exactly the reason why US continues to stand with Israel, because it is one of the most closest allies in the Middle East. Even when Israel attacked Qatar, we didn't see that kind of condemnation from US, despite Qatar being one of the closest allies to the United States. So on paper, recognizing Palestine is certainly historic by the rest of the Western leaders or the countries, but on paper, the catastrophic situation in Gaza Strip still continues.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ghazali, for joining us and giving those points to analyze it and putting into context. Now, ahead of his highly anticipated speech at the UN, one where the US president was expected to critique the UN, two mishaps highlighted the inefficacy of the organization. A malfunctioning teleprompter and a stalled escalator. Believe it or not, yes, this happened. As US President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania arrived at the United Nations headquarters in New York, the visuals are on your screens. The two were forced to walk up a broken escalator after the escalator stalled, prompting an angry response from the president during his address to the General Assembly. Then, as he began his address, the teleprompter malfunctioned, forcing Donald Trump to read off a printed script. Listen in to his angry response at the UNGA.
All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen. But she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood. And then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the two things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
As a wave of panic and confusion has spread through Indian communities and the global tech industry following US President Donald Trump's surprise order imposing a $100 fee for the H-1B visa, the US is now proposing major changes to the selection process for H-1B visas, which will favor higher paid applicants and strengthen wage requirements to ensure that only the most skilled foreign workers enter the United States. Instead, the current randomized lottery system. Applicants would be assigned one of 4 wage bands, with workers in the highest of the 4 wage levels getting 4 times the advantage as compared to others in the lottery. Take a look at the reactions coming in. Now, moving on to some other news that is coming in, US President Donald Trump has sparked fresh outrage, this time linking common painkiller to autism. Scientists and doctors call his remarks reckless and baseless, warning they risk fueling panic among pregnant women and parents. Here's a report. Take a look.
So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good. For this reason, they are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary.
US President Donald Trump has once again waded into medical misinformation, this time linking autism to vaccines and the common painkiller Tylenol, known globally as paracetamol. At a White House news conference, Trump warned pregnant women against using Tylenol and urged parents to delay or split children's vaccines. But scientists and medical associations were quick to slam the comments as reckless. The American Academy of Pediatricians called his claims baseless, while Tylenol's maker said there is no evidence to suggest that acetaminophen causes autism.
For patients who are pregnant now, who maybe took some acetaminophen early in pregnancy because they had a fever or they had another reason to take it, you needed to take that medication. Not taking it, not treating the fever, probably has more adverse effects that you need to worry about than taking the medication. We have overwhelming information from many, many years of data that suggests the safety and efficacy of acetaminophen for treatments during pregnancy.
Experts point out that decades of studies show vaccines are safe, saving an estimated 154 million lives worldwide. Research from Sweden and the US have found no causal link between Tylenol use in pregnancy and neurodevelopmental disorders. In fact, in a telephonic interview with NDTV, former chief scientist at the World Health Organization, Soumya Swaminathan, tore into Trump's assertions, saying paracetamol is a proven safe drug and there's no need to panic about its use. I see no proven scientific evidence of linking paracetamol to autism. He makes these outlandish claims that are not backed by scientific evidence. For many, Trump's remarks evoke memories of his pandemic press briefings, from bleach injections to now paracetamol panic. Once again, scientists are left cleaning up after the president's misinformation. With Ridhima Kedia, Bureau Report, NDTV World.
The National Film Awards celebrate creators across the Indian film industry. President Draupadi Murmu is presenting the awards for the winners of the 71st National Film Awards at Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi. This year, the film 12th Fail has been selected as the best film. Vikrant Massey, who played the role in this film, won the Best Actor award. Similarly, Shah Rukh Khan bagged his first ever national award for his role in Atli's directorial Jawad. Malayalam actor Mohanlal has also been awarded the Dada Saheb Phalke Award, the highest honor in Indian cinema. He has played over 350 roles in cinema since 1978. Take a look at this.
Dada Saheb Phalke Lifetime Achievement Puraskar.
Legendary actor, director and producer Shri Mohanlal is being honoured with Dada Saheb Phalke Award for the year 2023 in the 71st National Awards for his unparalleled contribution to Indian cinema. Shah Rukh Khan, ladies and gentlemen, globally renowned actor and producer, delivers a powerhouse performance in Jawan, bringing to life a hero who batters not only enemies but also social boundaries. Vikrant Massey awarded for 12th Fail for portraying with raw honesty and emotional depth the transformative journey of a village boy. Rani Mukherjee, the iconic actress known for her portrayal of resilient women characters, delivers an exceptional performance in Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway.
फिल्म के निर्देशक श्री करण जौहर को सर्वश्रेष्ठ लोकप्रिय फिल्म रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी के लिए स्वर्ण कमल का पुरस्कार ग्रहण करने के लिए.
Cinema is the heartbeat of my soul. Jai Hind.